up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. Welcome back. So check it out. If you're dealing with trolls online and you're a content creator, even if you're not a content creator and you're just dealing with trolls, you know how to deal with them, I wrote a whole book about it. Check it out on my website, abuamerican.com. Shop everything your mother never told you about online trolls. I had to deal with them a lot. You guys know I have gone to war with trolls. I've gone to war with Muslim Twitter. I've gone to war with everybody, usually because of trolls. So I wrote a whole book about them. Go check it out. cowife.com. Make sure you sign up, 30% off until we launch the application. After that, you're on your own, buddies. So check it out. This girl gets it. And I'm going to expand on what she's saying here.
If a man doesn't want you to have guy friends, he's right. Why have guy friends? Honestly, I'm so against having guy friends. If a man actually loves you and he tells you, yo, like, I want to marry you one day, I don't want you to have guy friends. Yo, I'll throw the guy friends. I'll be like, peace. You know why? Because he's going to be my husband. He's going to be the father of my kids. So what are those guy friends going to offer me? Nothing. Think about it, girls. Don't lose a husband for a friend that will eventually grow out. Like, guys and girls, it's just hard for them to constantly be.
Now, you guys know I carry on a lot about women and male friends because I do a lot of one-to-one consultations, and a lot of the problems that couples are having in terms of one-to-one consultations where there's a lot of discord, turmoil, nushuz, whatever else you want to call it, in the relationship. It's where the man is maintaining friends with a female or female. This is the extra point. This is what happens most of the time, is the woman is maintaining a relationship. Notice that the word. They should just put alarm bells off in your head already. But they're maintaining a relationship with a guy, and the husband doesn't like it. And it leads to a lot of tension in the relationship. I'm going to expand on this, and I'm going to expand it to more than just male and female friends. But let's start off there. The reality is, most of the time, this guy, he's going to be in your orbit as a woman, if you're listening to this, sisters. And even if you're not listening to it, sisters, guys need to hear this too, because, you know, I know you guys are out here trying these habits. Some of you guys are out here, you're following my channel, you're following other guys' channels, whatnot, but you're that guy that's trying to, like, you know, play creep friend zone guy. So don't do it. So anyway, guys will be in your orbit until they find somebody else who's more receptive to him than you. So let me repeat that to be clear, sisters and ladies. If you're non-Muslim, you're watching this. Most guys who are your friends until he finds a woman who's receptive to his methodology of game, which is to act like he's your friend and then try and get in your pants. He try through a relationship. Most of the time, these dudes do want a relationship, but they don't care if you're in one already. They're more than happy to see your relationship fall apart so that they can get their opportunity to make their move. Peep game again. They're more than happy to wait around till your relationship fails. So what kind of friend wants your relationship to fail? Now, I'm not saying these guys explicitly want your relationship to fail, but they're more than happy to wait around and just be that guy, that shoulder to cry on, you know, until I get my opportunity to strike. They're more than happy to do that. That's not friend behavior. There's nothing friendly about that. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you went to kindergarten together. There is a considerable degree of attraction there if a guy is in your orbit as a woman. He's there for a reason. Guys, we're too practical, we're too logical to just have useless, pointless friends that we don't want something from, and we can't, like, you know, in an equally reciprocally benefit from. We're too practical for that. It's not always like that, but with women, it's definitely like that. Because you know what? When it comes down to your car breaking down, you know, anything dire, you need just, you know, some extra muscle around the house to help out. Guess who he's not calling? He's not calling you. He calls his real friends. When he needs real help, he calls his real friends. Real help? Money, muscle, you know, some support. He might call you about some girl issues, but generally he's not going to call you about girl issues. You know why? Because you're the girl he wants, and so he doesn't want to push you away with the idea that you're seeing other women. Check if I'm wrong. When was the last time your guy friend called you about girl issues? You might have brought it up to him, but how often does he do it to you? Sometimes guys might do it, but then if he does do it, you're the one that's attracted to him. He's not attracted to you. So anyway, I'm going to expand this now. I'm going to say a lot of your girlfriends, your anti-relationship girlfriends, your girlfriends that are out there pushing you out of your relationship, causing turmoil in your relationship, they're in the same boat. As soon as they get a relationship and as soon as they can be happy, they're going to disappear on you. So make sure your friends, Your girlfriends are also real friends, and they're not people that are going to grow out of you or you're going to grow out of the moment they get into a relationship or you get into a relationship. Because this is a big problem that I see in one-to-one consultations also, is that the woman has friends that are a bad influence upon her in her relationship. And misery loves company. And 9 times out of 10, her friends are single. If they were good at relationships and they gave good advice, why are they single? You have to stop and think a lot of times, women and sisters, the woman you're taking advice from. And I'm going to throw some people's mothers under the bus here. Some of you have mothers that raised you alone. Your mother knows nothing about living in a life or living in a household with a man. And if she did, then she would still be married. Maybe you need to get advice from an aunt or somebody or a grandmother who does have successful experience with that. Even if it's, I'll throw myself under the bus here. Even if it's somebody who's had multiple failed relationships, but they learned from it and now they have successful relationships because they took the lessons from their failed relationships, take advice from them. But don't take advice from single people who have failed relationships and they never recovered. But yeah, just in general, avoid people who are giving you advice on relationships or people who are around you in relationships that are just transitory. That's the word, transitory. Don't be around people who have an influence on your relationship and they are transitory, because the person you marry, you don't want them to be transitory. And I can tell you right now, I've never gotten married with the idea of someone being transitory. I've had the idea that this is probably going to end up transitory, but my goal was always to make it work and last. Now I've mastered it. I've cracked the code. I'm telling you this out of experience, but ignore me. I got my wife.
Fight.
You guys do you.
I'm only taking the brave. I'm not taking the scary. I'm not taking no girls. Are you ready to fight? Yes, sir. Are you ready to fight? Yes, sir.